Okay, pulled up a few of my stencils that I have. This a larger one, gives us a lot more space to play with. I think I might use that on some of the bigger ones. This just some texture circles. I think would be cool. Some hashes that would be, all interesting. And all I'm looking to do is create interest with the stencil work, and to create texture. So the flowers might be useful. I think this one would be really cool on a couple of them. So let's get started. I also have a mask here that I might just use because it's got the mask allows you to block out areas that you want to save. So only the open areas would be what would be not saved. So I think this might be useful also. So most of my stencils come from Joggles. These this all my little stencils of this size came off Amazon, and they were cheap, and quite the find. So I've had some fun with them. Uh, Very good. So let me get started, and I'll explain things as I go along. Okay, I pick up some of my wet strength tissue paper to pick up the paint that's down right now, so I can keep myself fairly open. What I'm doing here is I'm just going into the nooks and crannies as much as I can, trying to pull up as much of the paint down below as possible. It'd be great if I got a clean pull on that and there's no paint left, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, let's see what we have here. Actually kind of cool by itself. Dried extremely fast. So let's put down another layer. So what I've done here is I have the first layer down, which is going to be what's on top. So it's the red layer with all the leaf type things. Then I put a second layer on top of that with the yellow flowers and this hatch kind of burlappy pattern in the blue. So we have red, yellow, blue, basic colors, primary colors. And what I'm going to do now, as soon as I'm sure this is dry, which I'm not entirely sure it is, yes it is, I'm going to put down a lighter color. My go-to for light colors is titanium light, titanium buff light. Nice even coat. So I'm getting a full pull. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking probably going to need to do a full a new pull on this. For this new one, I'm going to use my rice paper. And I'm going to put my rough side down this time. Now, very interesting. The most opaque colors are all of these are transparent colors. That's Prussian blue, and this is a light yellow. You can see the light yellow and the red was a Quinacrodone violet, and you can see that almost looks like it's not on top, but it is. That's the top color. And it shines through very nicely. This is not a bad print. It gives me a lot to work with there. If I were doing collage, this would be easily used. But it also by itself could be enhanced to be used for other things. So let me see if I can find something to do with this. Along with everything else we're going to be doing today. So. There's a smooth side and a rough side with this. Both sides work. With the rough side, you're liable to get some texture. See, now that's getting interesting because although it's blue on top of blue. It's there's a lot of
some
variation.
Alizarin crimson would be nice
starting
too.
to see depth there. That's what I was hoping for. You can see the pattern underneath. It didn't come off the plate entirely, but this would be easily used as an undercolor for collage. That actually is nice. Now, I still have quite a bit of patterns, quite a bit of color on this plate, so I'm going to lift it off. This time I'm going to put the smooth side down. You can see just a little bit of everything that I put down on that plate. You can see the patterns of the hatch marks. You can see and everything that went down on the plate. You can see the reds and the golds and behind. So overall, that's a pretty good pull. So I'm gonna put it to the side for this time, and I'll be back later. Okay, let's talk about what we got today. I didn't do the enhancing of the other ones like I thought I was going to, but I did manage to get some decent pulls out of this one. I'm really happy with this ghost pull. It really for that first pull, it really gave me something to work with. I think this is going to be useful. I'm going to add some to it. The second one I did was this one. And you can see that out of this, there's quite a bit of depth here. You've got several things that are going on that really, there's on this one, there's 4 layers basically, well, 3 layers. Got the upper stencil. You had the stencil I put down the first, the upper 2 stencils, then the final, the back color that I have. And I think this one works extremely well and will be useful. Third one I did is another. This is another wet strength tissue. This one has lots of color, and the good thing about wet strength tissues is that when you adhere it to a page in your collage work, all the background will disappear, so it'll be like you put that color directly down. So That's what's nice about the wet strength tissue. So that's very useful. I got several of those today. This one, I like what I got, but it needs more. And I think I could probably put some stamps down here and it would work extremely well. So I'm going to revisit this one, just like I had what I planned for today. And that'll probably be in another video. And finally, this is the one that I did do. That was from that first poll. I put blue on top of blue. Actually, it's blue-gray was what was down there before. And then on top of that, I put Prussian blue with the 2 stencils on top of these little blocked areas, which I really were going to leave off. I'm kind of glad they are there because they really give you a blocking point. So I think I can put more color on top of this, and that will be, because it's the wet strength, it'll be beautiful in a collage. So that's what I got for you today. I'm going to have all of my products that I used and links down in the description. I want to thank you very much for being here today. Today's Thursday train. Up after me is going to be Just Janice, followed by Art by Julie E. So stick around to see what they've come up with today. And as always, I want to thank you very much for being here and hope you have a great day. So bye for now.